Hello nurses, welcome back to our channel. It's a continuation video about the hematologic system. Tapos na tayo sa anatomy and physiology. So we will now go to discuss the hematologic disorders. And we will start with the disorder of the red blood cell. At kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share this video sa ating mga kaibigan that are also interested in such topics. Hematologic disorders, specifically in your red blood cells, ang problema po dito is more on oxygenation. So there are a lot of disorders under your disorder of the red blood cell, and we will now start with this video sa iron deficiency anemia. Background lang, sa iron is necessary to make the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the oxygen carrier of our blood. So if hindi ka pa aware sa anatomy and physiology ng ating hematologic system, please do access the link sa ating description box. I will attach it there. Iron deficiency anemia is basically lacking in iron, and this is the most common anemia among infant and children. So the etiology or the cause of this condition is more or less related po kadalasan sa dietary of children. Kasi picky eater sila, hindi kumakain ng gulay or less ang kanilang consumption of foods that is high in iron. Okay, so iron is necessary or important in the production of hemoglobin. This is actually the heme part, okay? The heme part of the hemoglobin. The globin part is the protein, while the heme part is made up of iron, and this is color red. Hemoglobin is red and it's abundant in RBC. That's why RBC's feature is color red. Kaya tinawag siyang red blood cell. So basically, this condition has a decreased hemoglobin level because there is a decreased iron in our body. Now, what are the concepts? Iron deficiency anemia or IDA is red blood cells are both small in size, also known as hypocytic, or pale in appearance due to stunted hemoglobin because of the deficiency of iodine. So basically, the incidence is high in children, okay, because it requires more higher level of iron, and common na nangyayari siya at the age of 9 months to 3 years old, and it will go back again during the adolescent stage, lalo sa mga babae pag sila ay nireregla na. And commonly seen also in infants who has low birth weight because iron are stored before the end of gestation. Now, what are the factors that contribute to the development of this condition? Okay, there are several factors that we need to consider. Number one is your chronic blood loss due to trauma, menses, and GI bleeding. Pag sinabi nating trauma, these are injury that causes bleeding. When you bleed, you lost blood. That's why you develop anemia. So when women menses, they are actually losing blood every month. It's a physiologic anemia. It is expected basta sila ay niregla. Of course, another condition is your GI bleeding, lalo pag ikaw ay may bleeding, peptic ulcer disease, and other condition that causes now bleeding in your gastrointestinal tract. When you lose blood, you become anemic. So what are the different GI bleeding? We have your hematemesis, melena, hematochezia. Hematemesis is the vomiting of blood, while melena is the black tarry stool, okay, which is an upper GIT bleeding, while hematochezia is a fresh blood in the stool, which is a lower GIT bleeding. Another predisposing factors is the inadequate consumption of ferrous sulfate, okay, or I mean iron in the diet, okay. Impaired iron absorption due to the following condition. It may be due to chronic diarrhea. When you have chronic diarrhea, you're not absorbing nutrients well. And of course, if you have malabsorption syndrome, okay, which increases now cereal intake with low animal protein, and for patients who have had subtotal gastrectomy. Subtotal gastrectomy is basically a removal of the portion of the stomach, and we know that stomach plays an important role in the metabolism, okay, process and digestion process. That's why if we have problem with your stomach, we will definitely have problem also in absorbing some nutrients, which includes your iron. Okay, so what are the signs and symptoms? Again, the condition is related to anemia. Basically, the problem is more on oxygenation. Decrease ang ating oxygen, decrease ang ating blood, ang tawag doon erythrocytopenia, commonly known as anemia. So usually in some cases it is asymptomatic or doesn't cause you any concern, but okay, it can lead to the following signs and symptoms as well. Like for example, palpitation or tachycardia. So basically this occurs when the body is now interpreting the lack of oxygen delivered to the proximal distal part of the body, and the body will try to compensate by pumping more blood. Kaya nagkakaroon ng palpitation. Cold sensitivity, because we know that blood has something to do with the regulation of temperature. The lesser blood that we have, the more sensitive we become to the cold. Pallor or paleness is also present, and fatigability. Both of these is due to hypoxia or decreased oxygen to the tissues. And cerebral hypoxia might also occur, which will develop into headache, dizziness, and difficulty of breathing or dyspnea. So pallor or paleness, this is how it looks like, commonly assessed in the conjunctiva, oral mucosa, and in your palm. Kaya sa IMCI, meron na tinatawag na palmar pallor. The other signs and symptoms includes your brittle hair, spoon-shaped nails, also known as koilonychia. Again, this is due to atrophy of epidermis. Bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng atrophy in the epidermis? Because of hypoxia. If the cell received not enough blood, okay, if the cell did not receive enough blood, it will now start to become. So if the cell did not receive enough blood, it will atrophy or decrease in shape or in size. That's why nagkakaroon tayo ng deformities, okay, in terms of its structures. Another signs and symptoms is your Plummer-Vinson syndrome, which is a combination of different signs and symptoms, including your glossitis, stomatitis, dysphagia, which is also due to atrophy of papilla of the tongue, mouth, and pharyngeal cells, still because of your hypoxia. Okay, another one is your pica, which is a condition wherein you are eating unusual objects or unusual things that is usually not edible, and still it's because of the neuronal degeneration that affects the cognitive functions because of hypoxia still. Okay, kasi nga decrease ang circulating RBC sa katawan. Okay, this is how koilonychia looks like. So koilonychia is a common nutritional deficiency signs that we can observe. Okay, your Plummer-Vinson syndrome includes now your pale in the palpebral conjunctiva, glossitis, and the angular cheilitis that we are actually seeing, okay, in the pictures right now. Okay, and for us to confirm the condition of iron deficiency anemia, diagnostic procedures has to be performed. Number one na dyan is i-check natin ang level ng kanyang dugo. So we're going to perform your CBC or yung complete blood count. This includes now the level of RBC. So the level of RBC should be within 4.5 to 5.5. So expected yan na mababa sa pasyenteng may iron deficiency anemia. Mababa din ang kanilang hemoglobin at hematocrit kasi nga anemia ang condition natin. And of course, your reticulocytes or young cells are also may increase in level due to compensatory mechanism made by the brain by stimulating the kidney and the liver to produce your erythropoietin. Kaso nga lang, kahit magdagdag ng reticulocyte, hindi naman yan magiging mature at magkakaroon ng magandang hemoglobin kasi kulang pa rin ng katawan natin sa iron. So you have your ferrous, your iron and ferritin. Okay, ita-check din natin ang level ng katawan ng iron and ferritin. Now, what are the nursing management? Nursing management focuses on addressing the cause of the anemia at the same time managing the signs and symptoms. Okay, number one is monitor all signs of bleeding, including the urine, stool, and GIT. Why? Because these are the possible signs of the cause of anemia. Baka naman kasi may active bleeding sa katawan. So all we have to do is to identify if there is such condition, then address that condition, stop the bleeding to stop the anemia. Okay. Another one is the patient will be advised to undergo a complete bed rest or CBR. A complete bed rest will decrease the oxygen demand by decreasing the oxygen demand, it will also lead into decreased oxygen consumption. Kasi nga, kulang na ng oxygen ang katawan kasi nga kulang umiikot ng RBC or yung hemoglobin na mag-absorb or magbabind with oxygen. Okay? Intake of, since the problem is more on the deficiency of iron, then we can just replace it by eating foods rich in iron. Okay, ano yung mga pagkain na yan? Green and leafy vegetables, your red meats and organ meats, okay? Kasama po yan. And foods like your egg yolk, legumes, and California raisins, and all other foods that are high in your iron should be taken. Kapag hindi na kaya ng diet, okay, we will now go with other conditions, okay? So, pwede tayo mag-take ng iron supplements. But in taking iron supplements, you avoid tannates in hot tea because it impairs iron absorption. So for iron preparation as ordered, okay, kailangan mag-take tayo ng ferrous sulfate, okay, and then iron gluconate and iron ferrous fumarate, okay, and has to be taken with food because this would cause GI irritation. So yung iron na yan, okay, must take lalo ng mga buntis at ng mga bata, pati na rin po ng mga babae na nagre-regla to replace the RBC that's being lost because of their condition. Okay. Next is, pwede naman sila mag-take ng mga liquid, okay, or the diluted iron preparation. But in this case, they have to make use of straw, okay, para maiwasan po ang teeth staining. Like when you take the following medications, Lugol's, tetracycline, oral iron, and microdantine, lahat po yan kailangan mo mag-take ng straw kasi nga magmamantsa sa ipin. And take note that when you are taking iron, you have to take it with vitamin C because vitamin C increases its absorption. Also monitor the side effects of anorexia, nausea and vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and constipation, and instruct or advise the patient who is taking iron supplements to expect that their stool will become black tarry or become melena. Okay, magiging maitim po because of the iron that they are taking. And you have to assure them that it is expected to observe such thing. Okay, because of the medication. And of course, take it with vitamin C, but avoid taking iron with milk because milk will hinder, okay, yung absorption naman ng iron. So, vitamin C increases absorption, milk will halt or stop its absorption. Okay, other nursing management is your parenteral iron preparation as ordered. When you give this, it has to be administered Z-Track to lock the, okay, this is to prevent discoloration and leakage to tissues. Do not massage the site and encourage ambulation, okay, instead. Okay, so Z-Track kasi nga magmamansya kapag nag-leak yung gamot. Then, in giving such drug, you have to monitor for side effects such as pain at injection site and localized abscess, which is expected naman. Okay, lymphadenopathy and fever and chills, this might indicate infections. Okay, skin rashes, pruritus, urticaria, and anaphylactic shock that may lead to hypotension and laryngospasm if meron kang allergy sa iron. Okay, at pag nangyari ang anaphylactic shock, then you have to manage the condition. And since the condition is a parasympathetic effect, you have to give a drug that reverse parasympathetic, which is a sympathomimetic drugs. The best drugs for anaphylactic shock is of course by giving epinephrine shot or epinephrine IV. So that is to reverse the effect of the anaphylactic shock occurred when you have your allergic reaction because of your iron administration. So those are the nursing management. Again, the focus is more on addressing the cause of the problem, okay, which is if it's more on diet, then increase the diet. If it's more on trauma, bleeding, then address the bleeding. Replace the iron by giving iron supplementation either through oral or injectable, depending on the client situation. Have the clients have a complete bed rest to decrease oxygen demand. So, that is your iron deficiency anemia. So thank you for watching, guys. Do not forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and please comment kung taga saan at anong school ka para alam ko kung saan nakakarating ang aking mga video. Yun lamang po, and salamat.